Hello students, welcome back to TutorHub, your e-classroom on YouTube. So today we'll be doing this new topic about problem solving involving laws of sines and cosines. So if you've been following our channel, we had previous videos about the laws of sine and cosine and when to use them. And today we'll be applying these laws uh, in problem solving, okay, of triangles, right? But before we proceed, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and leave a comment so that we'll be able to interact and I'll be sure that you're able to learn as much as you can from the topic today. So again, students, are you ready to learn for today? Like this video if you're ready. Okay, so we can start. So as a review, we have this equation for the law of sines. And remember that in the law of sines, in the numerator, we write the length of the sides. Okay, so A, B, and C corresponds to the length of the sides or the legs of the triangle. Whereas in the denominator, we have the sine of the angles opposite those sides. So side A over sine angle A is equal to side B over sine angle B is equal to side C over sine of side C. So that's how we solve the law of, or this is the law of sines. And this would be helpful when we do not have when we know the length of one side and two angles, right? Or two angles and one side, or two sides and one angle to determine the missing one. Okay, so usually we can choose two of these expressions, equate them, and solve for one of the unknowns, right? And then there you have the law of cosines in this slide. So you have a squared equals b squared plus c squared minus 2bc times cosine a. So remember, whatever is isolated on one side of the equation is actually the angle that you use in the cosine with the cosine function. Then the other two sides will be the ones that you multiply by -2 for the other term. Okay? So that's your law of cosine. So similarly, b squared, you'll be using cosine b in this case. Then a squared plus c squared will be multiplied by -2 in this particular term, right? Then the last expression would be c squared equals a squared plus b squared minus 2ab times cosine c. So hopefully at this point, you're able to see the pattern for you to easily remember these equations whenever you use them in your exams or in the problems that we'll be solving later on. Okay. Now, again, when do we use the laws? So again, in condition 1, if you have one side and two angles, if you're given one side, right, A, B, and one side, okay. You're given one side and two angles A and B, right? We will be using the law of sines. Condition 2, if you have two sides and one included angle, so this would be the included angle here, then we'll be using the law of cosines. Then three sides, we'll use the law of cosines. So that's A, B, and C. And if you have two sides and a non-included angle, right? So this is the included angle between the given sides. So the non-included angle would be this one. Then we can use either of the two laws. Okay? So I hope that's clear. And I hope you're able to master to master when to use this particular laws depending on the conditions given to you for a particular triangle. Okay, now are you ready to solve problems regarding the laws of sines and cosines? Give me a like there if you're all ready. Very good. Right. So let's say we are given this triangle. So we're given side A, and the measure of angle A is 30, and the measure of angle C is 40. So we have two angles and one side. Therefore, we will use the law of sines to solve for side C, right? So again, you have to know what is the given, what are the given information. So you have one side and two angles. Therefore, based on the table that we had a while ago, we use the law of sines and we can solve for side C here. Okay, so based on that, using the laws of sines, so we use side uh, A over sine A equals B over sine B is equal to C over sine C, right? So because we're given angle A, angle C, and side A, then we will use this particular equation. A over sine A over C over sine C, right? Then we substitute the given. So A is 10, angle C is 40, right? Angle C is 40, and angle A is 30. So you have to substitute the given to the particular, to the correct position on the equation, right? Now you have this, you have already substituted the given information. Then we put what? We place or we solve for the unknown variable x by isolating sine x or transposing sine 40 to the other side. So solving for x, we have x sine 30 is equal to 10 sine 40. Then divide both sides by sine 30 so that we can cancel sine 30 on one side and leave x on the other side. So everybody, please get your calculators. What's 10 sine 40 over sine 30 degrees? Okay, everybody, please get your calculators and comment on the comment section your answer. What did you get? Very good. So x equals approximate, or x is approximately 12.86, right? So that's the length of side C. That's 12.86, right? Okay. Did you all get the correct answer? Very good. So I hope you find this particular problem easy to follow and easy to solve. Okay. So let's do another problem. You have this triangle ABC, so you're given angle B 50 degrees, angle C 30 degrees, side C 8, and you solve, or we are asked to solve side B. So we have two angles and one side, so we would be solving or using the law of sines to solve for side B, right? So using the law of sines, we have side B and C given, so we'll be using this equation, right? So B over sine B equals C over sine C. Then we substitute the following value. So angle B will be here, sine B. Angle C will be substituted here, and side C would be substituted here. Okay, were you able to follow that? Very good. So if you substituted it properly, then you will have x over sine 50 is equal to 8 over sine 30. Then like before, we need to transpose our variables, right? So that we'll be able to isolate x on one side. So that would be sine x cross multiply and transpose sine x, sine 30 to the other side and sine 50 to the other side. So we get x sine 30 is equal to 8 sine 50. Right? Then we divide both sides by sine 30, so we can cancel sine 30 on one side and leave x as the only term on the other side of the equation. So we have x equals 8 sine 50 degrees over sine 30 degrees. Everybody, please get your calculators. What is the value of x now? Everybody, what's the value of x? 8 multiplied by sine 50 degrees over sine 30 degrees. What's the answer? Very good. X is approximately 12.26, 26, right? No degrees because that's the length of a side. So that's the length of side B is approximately 12.26. Okay? Were you able to get the correct answer? Write your answers in the comment section so we'll know who among you were able to follow this video very well. Okay? Next, illustrate the triangle and solve for the unknown. Show your solution and box or encircle your final answer. So you have the measure of angle A, 108 degrees, side B is 20, A is unknown, and measure of angle B is 38. Okay? So let's try to draw that. If this is angle A of 108 degrees, and then this is angle B of 38 degrees, and side B is 20, and side A is unknown. Okay, so you have two angles, one side, and we're asked to determine the length of one side. Which law would we be using? Would it be the law of sine or the law of cosine? Very good. So we'll use the law of sines. So we have here the drawing of the triangle. So A is unknown, B is 20, B is 38, A is 108 degrees. So using this particular triangle, we use the law of sines. Then we substitute angle A here. Then side B on the other side. Then measure of angle B here, right? So we substitute the values correctly, and XA would be X. So if you did that, that would be X over sine 108 over 20 over sine 38. So X would be, cross multiplying this, you have 20 sine 108 equals X sine 38. So dividing both sides by 38, we cancel sine 38. So we have X left on one side. So that's 20 sine 108 degrees over sine 38. Everybody, please get your calculators and solve for the value of X. Okay? What is the value of X for this particular problem? Okay, so X, if you use your calculator properly, X would be approximately 30.90, right? So the value or the length of side A is approximately 30.90. Okay? Were you able to get it? Leave in the comment section your answers if you're able to get the correct answer. So that's how simple it is to use the law of sines to solve for the unknown values, length of sides or length of angles in a particular triangle. Now let's do and move to the law of cosines. Okay? So let's say you're given three sides. Sides A, 7, side B, 9, and side C, 5. And then you're asked to determine an unknown angle. Then based on the table that we had in the beginning, we'll be using the law of cosines for this particular problem, right? So using the law of cosines, A squared equals B squared plus C squared minus 2BC equals cosine A, and we're solving for angle A, right? So substituting the value of A here and here, just there, okay, remove this. Then side B would be here, and side C would be here and here, okay? So substituting that properly, you have 7 squared equals 9 squared plus 5 squared minus 2 times 9 times 5 times cosine A. Simplifying that, 7 squared is 49, 9 squared is 81, 5 squared 25, 2 times 9 times 5 is negative 90 times cosine A. Simplifying further, 49 equals 106, 81 plus 25 is 106 minus 9 cosine A. So simplifying further, transposing this to the other side, 49 minus 106 equals negative 90 cosine A, right? Then simplifying further, 49 minus 106 is negative 57 equals negative 90 cosine A. So to isolate cosine A, we divide both sides by negative 90. So you get for you to cancel negative 90 on one side and negative sign on the other side. So you have 57 over 90 equals cosine A. So solving for A, we get shift cosine of 57 over 90 to get angle A. What would be the value of angle A then? Everybody, please get your calculators. What's cosine negative, inverse cosine of 57 over 90? Everybody, please get your calculators. What's the measure of angle A? Write in the comment section your answers. So you should have gotten angle A should be approximately 50.70 degrees. So this is approximately 50.70 degrees, right? So did you all get the correct answer? Right, so this is how we use the law of cosines to determine an unknown angle or unknown side for this particular type of problem, right? So if you have three sides and an unknown angle, we use the law of cosines, and this is the process on how we simplify these types of problem to solve the unknown value, okay? So I hope students you learned something today. Please don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and leave a comment. I hope you learned something. Happy learning, everyone. See you in the next video.